So, good morning and welcome back. I just wanted to show you how I am doing my HTV on canvas. Yesterday I tried to do the drawing feature on an 8x8 canvas, but it was too thick. You can see the canvas here, and I have a marking on it because I set my laptop on it. I'm not worried about that because I will be painting over it. But this was too thick to fit under my Cricut Explore Air 2 machine, so I'm going to try the HTV on the canvas. I have purchased two designs from Designs by Juny, and I'll just show you the website on Etsy. So this is Designs by Juny, and these are the designs that I got from this website. So I have two, and I wasn't sure which ones I was actually going to be using. I think I'm going to go with this one. I really like both of them. But one of the things I notice about if I do this with HTV, there's a lot of black hair with the hair. And so I wouldn't be able to paint that because that's going to come out as vinyl, as opposed to I at least have some paint coverage, some paint area here that I could actually paint on and fill in. But I like both images, so at some point I'm probably going to do the other one just so I can have both. So as you can see, I've uploaded my images. I got the images from the website. I downloaded them to my computer. I uploaded them to Cricut Design Space, and now I have resized them. I have I'm going to choose this one. I have an 8x8 canvas, and so I'm going to actually size this down to 7.5. If you see my background color is purple, it's just because I was experimenting to see if I put this on a purple shirt, what it would look like. So as you can see, I've just resized my image down to 7.5. I kept it locked because I didn't want to distort my image. If I unlock it, I can expand it and make it 7.5 by 7.5, but you see, it starts to look a little wide and distorted. So I'm just going to go back and get it back to what it was. Okay, so I have it set to where I want it to be, and I'm just going to click make it. I will tell you, as you can see, it has a clear background, so when I uploaded it, I made sure to save the PNG file. If you save the, I think it was JPEG that I was looking at first, it's going to pull up as a print and cut. I didn't want it as a print and cut, so save it as a PNG file, and then you'll be able to successfully have the background that's clear and ready to paint. I'm going to mirror my image because I am using heat transfer vinyl. And now I'm getting ready to load my mat. Okay, so I am loading my mat in my machine. When I loaded everything up in Cricut, so it was showing me that I'm going to need about 5 by 8 inches of material. I'm making sure to put this on my mat backwards, so my HTV is facing down. I have my machine set to iron on, so I'm just loading, making sure everything's pressed down good. I'm going to have to get a new mat soon. And I am just clicking continue on my laptop. Now it's going to cut everything out. I do still have all my cardstock in the back because I did graduation fans and a bunch of other stuff this week. So let's see what we have here. Everything is loading up on my machine, and time to go. So click go. Cutting everything out. I'm not worried about the bottom corner because my machine shouldn't be touching that at all anyway. So I'm gonna let that cut so I'm not keeping you waiting, and I'll come back in a minute when it's done. Okay, so my machine just stopped. Unloading my machine, pulling off my HTV, and if you've never done HTV, this is what it looks like. I'm getting ready to trim off the bottom with all the excess and weed it out. Okay, so I'm starting to weed out this material, and I have my little cheater tool from Dollar Tree, so I'm just going up under here, getting this extra off. And I'm going to start to slowly pull it back and expose what's underneath. Alright, so I'm going to finish this part and come back. Okay, so I've gotten my image all cleaned up. I'm not sure how much time it actually took me to do this, but I can tell you weeding her hair was pretty difficult. If you can see all these tiny little cut lines that go in there, which is one of the reasons I question whether I want to use this one or not. But I'm going to put her face down on my canvas and iron her on. You heard my Cricut Mini heat up. I can tell you it took me the length of time for that thing to heat up and go back off to weed this out. I'm going to cover up that black mark on my canvas and just make sure you have all your little pieces out of here, because when you press her, if you don't have it out of there, you will be ironing that onto your canvas. So I am going to iron her on. And I'm trying to get out of the habit of ironing and make sure I press instead. There is a difference between the two. You don't want to be moving this around too much on your transfer. I have done HTV on cups, and my tip for that would be still. If you move around too much, you move your vinyl. You don't give it a chance to heat and stick. I actually do have the large press. And I don't believe I've used it yet. Finally did take it out the box. But I'm going to continue to iron this and come back. I like using HTV, but one of the things I love about it is that it starts to pop off when it heats up. So if you're questioning when it's done, it's thick and it will pop off on its own, so you don't have to do too much questioning about it. So there it is, voila. There she is. She's ironed on and ready to be painted, and I think she came out really nicely. So I'm excited about that. There's a couple more that I'm going to do, and these are just for myself. I do want to tell you, be careful in small areas like around the hair and the cigar area. Just be careful because some of the lines can pull off when you're weeding, but you're painting this, so you know you can fill that in with black paint if you needed to. But I think it came out pretty nicely.